Hi guys, and welcome to the second video of my game analysis of my games on chess.com, and this is a game against Ezhjhesuepac 76, 1568 rated, and I'm 1589 rated. And this is a three day per move game. So I've got the white pieces, and let's go into the analysis here. So I play e4, as I like to do. c5, Sicilian defence. Knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4. It's the open variation. Knight f6, knight c3, a6 going into the Najdorf variation. Bishop e2, e6, Scheveningen, and f3. Slightly dubious move by myself. Bishop e7, bishop e3, b5, a3, bishop b7, knight to b3, knight to c6. And here we're both feeling each other out, and it's going into a strategic middle game. And I castle, rook c8, queen to d2, connecting my rooks. He castles, and rook a to c1. And here I don't have many ideas of how to proceed. I know it's good, I think, to have your rook onto the c file during the Sicilian, so that's why I played this move. But I don't think either of us want to commit too much. But the game is slightly in his advantage if you look at the computer's analysis here. 0.41 to black. And he plays rook e8 and king h1. So with this move I want to get my king off the dark squared g1, a7 diagonal, queen c7, bishop d3, rook c to d8, queen f2. So we're both kind of playing some aimless moves, I think, here. Certainly me. Queen to b8 and queen h4 is forcing something that isn't there, because I'm going for the checkmate idea on h7, hoping to kick away his knight on f6, but he simply plays knight e5, which prevents that. I have to move my queen because it's going to get a discovered attack when the knight on f6 moves. Queen back to f2, knight takes d3, picking up the bishop pair. C takes d3, e5, and advantage is back to me now, but it's more by luck than judgment, I think. d4, d5, and now we have a bit of a question here. Which pawn do we take, the e pawn or the d pawn? And I make a mistake and go for neither and play knight c5, which is a mistake, and this leads to me losing a piece. So perhaps you can see how I lose a piece here. If you pause the video and see if you know what the move is. Now obviously bishop is going to take. Well, it wasn't that obvious, but yeah, bishop takes c5, d takes c5, the only move, and now d4, forking the knight and bishop. So I save my bishop to g5. D takes c3, rook takes c3, rook to e6, and queen to e3, king to f8, and he's got the advantage here, but I have a passed pawn now on c5, which is one good thing that came out of losing my knight. Rook f to c1, queen to c7, and he's going to try and stop me from pushing my pawn up the board. Bishop to b4, protecting my c-pawn. Rook to c8. Bishop h4, getting my bishop back in the game. a5. Bishop to g3. A takes b4, a takes b4, knight to d7, and rook to d1. So I know I've got a passed pawn, but it's not going anywhere right now. I've got to find other ways to get an advantage. Rook to d8, rook c to d3, and now I'm not going to win that exchange. Rook e to e3, rook e to e8, rook to d6, and allowing my queen to go to d3, f6, and queen to d3. So I'm threatening to take the knight now with my battery. How is he going to defend? I'm also eyeing the b5 pawn. So he plays king e7, which is good for me because now I can pick up the pawn on a b5. So queen takes b5. His best move there would have been bishop c6, which defends the pawn and the knight. After this, it's knight to b8, queen c4, king f8, b5, a mistake. Although it doesn't turn out to do me any harm. Rook takes d6, rook takes d6, and this is his mistake. He plays rook d8, and that gives me the advantage back for the first time in a little while. So obviously it's a mistake, but I don't capitalise on it. I play queen b4, and so obviously the best move was simply rook takes d8. But anyhow, he plays rook takes d6, and I play c takes d6. Now I've got two passed pawns, and I've got queen c1. Well, I knew I had this move, bishop e1, to stop the checkmate. Knight d7, h3, giving my king some breathing space. Queen c5, offering a trade of queens, which I don't accept. Queen a5, queen b6, queen a4, knight to c5, attacking the queen. So queen c4, and the pawn on d6 is actually safe, because if queen takes d6, then I have bishop to b4, which wins me the knight. So he plays knight d7. I play queen e6. Now I'm threatening queen e7 check.